Hey, y'all, what's going on? It's your boy G, aka the Bearded One from Geek Salad. And yeah, we're starting live here on the stream. Thank y'all for bearing with us. We're still trying to get this whole live streaming thing going on, but we're working through it. So please be patient with us. I'm waiting for the good brother RA to come on the screen, uh, make it do what it do. So I'm gonna see how he's doing. But how y'all doing out there today? Hope everybody's good. Hope everybody's living. Let me see if our brother is about to come on here today. All right. But today we're going to talk about a few things here. We're going to talk about the new Thor movie, of course. It came out with some spoilers, maybe some slight spoilers, but we'll make sure to let y'all know in advance. We're going to talk about The Boys season 3, how dope that was to come out. I thought it was dope. I thought this might have been probably one of the best, maybe second best season so far out of the three. We'll talk about that. And then we're going to talk about Star Lord, yes, aka Chris Pratt, back in the building. In a new movie as Jane Reese in Terminal List. And yo, that show is so damn good. I gotta check it out. But bear with me, y'all. I apologize for the technical difficulties right now. Let me call my partner real quick. You are? I don't even see you, man. Hold on. Do you see me? Okay, now I hear you. But damn it, Melanette. Hold on. Hold on. All right, I see you as a guest, but this joint won't let me show you on the stream now. It's I swear, man, if it ain't one thing, it's the other. And we're live too on the stream. But shoot, man, hold on. I'm not trying to invite the guest. I'm just trying to get you up here, man. How's it bugging out like that? Okay. This is so weird. It's like there we go. My bad. Can you hear me?
You sound very low.
How about now?
I'm gonna try to go out and come back in because it's frozen on my side. Like I just see a still picture of us.
All right.
All right. You.
You.
All right. So now we good. I was about to say, man, we about to fire Melon, man. Melon acting up. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
We still in the dating period with Melon. That's when you're supposed to put your best face forward. Melon just like, nah, bump it. We married, nigga. Like,
Nah. You ain't supposed to show your true self until week number what? Week number 8, date number 4 or 5. You know what I'm saying?
nah, man, you gotta get the ring first. That's then you can show out because then you got the law on your side. It's like, what you gonna do, nigga? What you gonna do, lady?
I will sue you for frauding. You're an investor. That shit ain't cool.
What Kanye say? Because when she leave your ass, she gonna leave with half.
Yeah, truer words
Good.
from the Kanye that we all love at one point. So I'll leave it at that. You know what I'm saying? But before you came on, I was telling folks live on the stream once more. This is Geek Salad. I'm your boy G the Bitter One, and we got my brother here as well.
Oh yeah, the Kang, nigga. Put
That's
spec
right.
on it. Put spec on it. But yeah, so what we got? I know we got like some movie reviews, man. I saw Thor. I got to see Thor Thursday. Ironic, Thor Thursday. That's like where Thursday comes from. You know what I'm saying? That's your Geek Salad educational moment of the day. That's where we get Thursday from. It's Thor's Day. It's paganism. What else? Oh, so the movie was good. The movie was good.
So we're gonna run into it.
We might as well, bro. Like,
go in, raw dogging it. All right, cool. All
right. That's what we give the people on Geek Salad. We give them the raw realness, the straight, no chaser. You know what I'm saying? No Vaseline like Ice Cube, man.
With consent, though. With consent, we just
bump all that. No consent.
I don't condone.
We are violating your eardrums. It is nothing that you can do about it. Sorry, not sorry.
All right, man. So we on two different paths here, but go ahead, man. What's your take on Thor Odinson and Thor Love and Thunder?
Thor Love and Thunder was entertaining. It was you know what? This is one of those times where I will give Rotten Tomatoes credit because they accurately predicted in score wise what I would give the movie. I would give the movie 7.5 out of 10 because of the simple fact that it was. I can't say it wasn't entertaining, even though it disappointed me in at least 2 or 3 different ways. It was entertaining. If anybody knows the story of Gore the God Butcher from Thor, Gore is it's not even a debate. He is the greatest villain that Thor has ever faced. You know what I'm saying? Right. Loki might be more iconic. You know what I'm saying? But as far as if you read the comic books, Gore is on some other stuff. It took Thor going into the past and into the future, getting 2 different versions of himself to defeat Gore. And then at the end, Gore comes back and Thor has to get 2 of his hammers, 2 Mjolnirs. That's what it takes to end up beating Gore. And it happens hundreds of years in the future. So the story in the comic book starts out, because Thor is immortal. He's a god. So Gore actually meets Thor 1,000 years ago or something crazy like that. Right. And when I tell you he whoops up on Thor, he thoroughly whips him, then tortures him just for fun, and then kind of he leaves or some I don't know how Thor got out of it, but Thor ends up getting out of it, and he shows back up hundreds of years later. I think this movie missed the opportunity to really give you, and spoilers ahead if you haven't seen the movie, man. Like spoilers? Do light spoilers, man.
Light spoilers, yeah.
The movie didn't do a good job of fleshing out the motivation of why Gore was doing what he was going to do. His whole thing was, I'm going to kill all gods, right? But it tried to sum it up in the first 4 minutes of a movie that lasts 2.5, giving him the reason why he's the main antagonist on a 2.5-hour movie. And that just don't get it, bro. That is not going to get it. You can't spend 4 minutes trying to give the main reason why our hero, our villain, our supporting characters are on this journey that they are for 2.5 hours. I think you should dedicate more than 4 minutes of the movie to doing that. So it's you got Gore doing all of these things, killing everybody, being all big and bad, but you only got the reason he did it in 1.5 minutes, 2 minutes. That's not enough. They should have really fleshed that out. What you think, man?
All right, my take on the movie. So as Arya was telling everybody so eloquently, right, about Gore the God Butcher. Down here is some pictures of what Gore the God Butcher looked like in the comic books. Now, granted, the movie did something else because Taika Waititi was like, he didn't want to do the comic book version because he looked too much like Lord Voldemort from Harry Potter. Never watched the movie. Don't give a fuck about the movie. But anyways, I mean, overall though, my feelings on the movie, I'll keep it brief so we can get into like the actual details, right? It's not better.
Let's do the bad first. Do like
well, yeah. Oh, yeah. I got you. Whoa. You all right there? Okay, there we go. For me though, it's not better than Ragnarok just because it's more playful. You know what I'm saying? I didn't really feel the stakes was high in this one. Like, if we would have got more of the actual god butchering, like him, like just taking out the gods instead of showing like the aftermath, then I think we would have felt it. You know what I'm saying? And this being like one of the shortest movies, you could tell like a whole lot was like cut out, right? So that's my thing right there. Playful. Could have got more of the god butchering. What else did I not like so much? The kids. Fuck the kids. The kids getting Thor powers for a limited time. I'm like, hold on, man. So
some Shazam stuff.
Yeah, my bad, y'all. Spoilers. Fucking.
Yeah, we didn't even do the light spoilers. It's heavy spoilers, man. But let's be honest. Even if we say something about them, you're going to go see it. If you're a Marvel fan, if you're a hero movie fan, you're going to go see it. So it don't really matter. Yeah. But just know we warned you.
Yeah, but yeah, man, fuck them kids, man. Getting them Thor powers in out of nowhere. They know how to fight, and
I gotta push back a little bit though. They're Asgardian kids. They're not just regular kids. That means
all of them are not ours. Like, I guess real Asgardians. Like the one kid was like, well, I'm a cat person. Whatever.
He was like a wolf. He was a whole wolf kid.
Wolf person, whatever. But he wasn't a down to earth Asgardian. So the whole point of them getting all right. So all right. Fuck it. Right. So. My whole thing is that if Thor could have done this shit the entire time,
yeah,
why did he not give the powers to the people on Earth in Infinity War?
Okay, so let's break it down. What exactly did Thor actually do? He took some of his power and gave it to the kids. Right. Now, if we want to just be on some comic book accurate stuff, Thor, after Odin dies, does have the power to do that. Because remember, the Odin force passes on from father to son. So, since Odin died at the end of Ragnarok, Thor should have more power, and he also should have the ability to give the powers to other people. That's what Odin can do. So, now to your question, yeah, why didn't he do that in Infinity War? I don't know.
See,
I don't know. Maybe he didn't know he could do it. I don't know.
I didn't know I couldn't do that.
You know what? Now that I think about it, that does kind of just seem like a plot hole. And this movie has a few plot holes in it. That was one of them. Like, for example, so at the end, why does he die right after he gets to infinity? Why does he die? Because before he got the all-black sword and got his powers, he was weak, but he wasn't dying. He wasn't like 2 minutes away from dying. So why is he all of a sudden dying just because he loses his power? I don't understand.
Again, man, plot holes. Now, granted, right? These are our net picks from the movie. I'm in no way saying that I didn't enjoy the movie. It was really enjoyable. It was fun. It was fun. You know, Thor was playing, you know, the big, dumb, blonde Viking guy, whatever. Cool. Cool. You know what I'm saying? Overall, it was a fun movie that everybody could watch. It was cool seeing, you know, the mighty Thor, aka Dr. Jane Foster, doing her thing. That was cool. Um, the visuals was cool. You know that's always going to be now within a Thor movie, and the fact that we oh yeah, one more last nitpick. So
No, there's more. There's more.
yeah, there's
Hey, put
more,
us
but
back, man.
I
I
don't
like
I
seeing
don't want
myself,
to
man.
overdo it.
Put us back
Yeah,
on
I
the
don't want to
screen.
overdo it. But
I can't see
as
myself.
like I say here, so this is what we should have got from Thor, the God Butcher, and it's picture right here. Like he was so damn menacing in a
He
comic
was
book.
naked as hell. Are you saying that there wasn't enough gore, the God Butcher nudity in the movie for you, G? Is that what you're saying? You should have been naked.
No, I'm not saying that, man. Let's make it clear. I'm not talking about the body, man. I'm talking about just his presence where he whooped up three different Thors in three different timelines.
Facts.
Like they weren't shit. It took all three of them together to beat Gore. And in this movie, we got the fucking Thor's kids lot, whatever, and just doing their thing and
It was
Stormbreaker.
the kids, but we gotta keep it a buck though. Even though we still on our gripes, it won't like the kids help him beat Gore. The kids, the only reason he gave the kids powers is so that Gore's little nightmare shadow creatures wouldn't kill them. It would be easier for them to defend themselves. But he wasn't trying to do that to make them be able to fight against Gore. That would have been a losing proposition.
Anyways,
He gave them powers, so when he goes and fights Gore, he ain't got to worry about the monsters that Gore created just killing the kids. It's like so they can defend themselves while he was actually doing the real fighting.
I get it. You know what I'm saying? I mean, hey, if they want to involve kids, I'm cool with that. Well, I'm not cool with that. I'm still on fuck the kids.
I say you monster. You're a monster. Forget them kids.
Forget them kids, man. But
I always make more. Make more kids.
Yeah. But I would rather them go down the path of having the three. Like, imagine Chris Hemsworth as young Thor, the present Thor, and then old man King Thor. Just like not that would have probably earned more genuine laughs than half of what we got in the movie. Like, can you only imagine just like the banter he would have with himself at all three Thors? Nigga, that shit
would be. Hey, put us up, man. Put us full screen. Yeah, there I am. But look, bro, yes. Can you imagine him talking to like a younger version of himself that's gonna be even goofier than he is now? Exactly. Then on top of it, the future Thor, who's gonna be like all super serious. He probably got his arm cut off, like in the comic book, so he got the destroy your arm. That would be dope. He'd be like old and wise. Yeah. That would be. But they did that with the Spider-Man movie. So, and that was this year. That was 3 months ago. Yeah. So people were like, all right, yeah, we kind of seen this 3 months ago.
Good point. Damn it. Damn you, Spider-Man. Why you had to spoil such a good idea? Damn it. Damn it.
But that would have been dope seeing it, because that's one of the dope moments from the comic books, man. But I think another plot hole was, okay, why does her changing into Lady Thor? Why does that accelerate her cancer? Did they explain
that? So kind of like, because remember in the comic book, the same thing was happening. She was dying from a disease. It might have been cancer as well. So every time she became the Thor, her actual body wasn't able to, I guess, like normally generate the strength to fight back the disease. So every time she became the mighty Thor, she was straight as the mighty Thor, but her actual body was, I guess, somehow accelerated by her becoming this being and
Yeah.
not naturally fighting off the infection inside her body. You see what I'm saying? So one of those magical whatever. You know what I'm saying? But overall, though, I thought her shit, well, her being the mighty Thor was dope. I love the fact that they kept her in the helmet, cover her face at times. Like I'm like, okay, that's dope. Keep it true to the comics, man. You know what I'm saying?
I didn't
So
like I didn't like the Mjolnir spraying out like a shotgun and then
yeah,
reforming.
yeah,
That was
it was
weird.
it was different. Yeah, it was different.
Because okay, how come she can do that, but Thor couldn't do that when his sister broke Mjolnir 2 movies ago? Well, one movie, a previous Thor movie.
I wish we
So
had
it's like
like a soundtrack for like we need a soundbite that just says plot hole. Dun dun dun. You know
it's
what
a
I'm saying?
lot
But
of
that's
plot
what it
holes
was,
in
man.
this movie,
Plot
bro.
holes,
This
man.
this
Yeah.
movie got like so many. Oh, with the sound effects. Yo, I think this is. I'm pretty sure it's happened before, but
Mhm.
definitely with this movie, I've never been more disappointed in a movie from what I thought a movie could be, the potential that it had to be,
Okay.
and at the same time, entertained by the movie.
Gotcha.
And I actually think that's by design from Marvel because like we've been given suggestions on how the movie could have been better this whole time. They could have did the 3 Thors. They could have tightened up this plot hole. They could have left the
Right.
kids out. They could have made an adaptation that gave the gravity to Gore the God Butcher that he deserves. But they pared it down because at the end of the day, it's a solo film. You know what I'm saying? This isn't the Avengers. This isn't any of that. This is where everybody comes together and you get like the repercussions of 4 or 5 different movies coming together to form one movie like the Avengers. This is a solo film, so they pared it down. It's kind of disappointing. Real talk, I think Gore he deserves to have his arc be over 2 Thor movies. But it looks like from
Mm.
the end credit scene, spoiler again, the next dude is going to be Hercules. Hercules.
Oh, you know what? Matter of fact, on that topic, man, how do you feel about the whole Hercules review, man?
I'm with it. I'm with it. Hercules, if you remember, or if they're going to adapt Hercules and film the way he was in the comic books, he was going to be perfect because really, Hercules in the comic books is actually more like Thor is in the movies.
Right.
Hercules is like he wants to have fun. He want to find the strongest dude who's his friend and punch him in the face as hard as they can, just so they can fight, but
Mm-hmm.
not fight to the death. Fight to have a good time. He's Goku. That's who Hercules
Yeah,
is.
perfect example.
Hercules is Goku. All right, he's all about fighting. He don't care if you his friend, you his foe. If you a foe, he might try to kill you in a fight. If you a friend, we still gonna fight to just before somebody dies. He lives for combat. That's who he is in the comic books, and he's hilarious. You know what I'm saying? He likes to get drunk. He likes to bang chicks. He just he lives it up in the comic books. So that would be a fun adaptation to the movies because really in the comic books again he is the way Thor acts in the movies. He acts in comic books. Hercules does.
Exactly.
The Thor we get in the comic books, you know, he's not wisecracking. He's not like a lovable idiot like they kind of make it out to be in the movies. He's different in the comic books.
Mm-hmm.
So it's gonna be interesting to see what version of Hercules that they come up with.
Right. I mean, then looking at this below us, right? So this came from the very first time that Hercules came into the Marvel was back in 1965 from Stan Lee and Jack Kirby. So this is just can you see it?
Yeah, I can see it.
Okay, yeah. So this is what we are going to see whenever these two, gonna nuck and buck, you know what I'm saying? But you're right though. Hercules acts just like the first Thor version, like Thor from like the first movie. You know what I'm saying? He's all about the adventure. He's all about the fight. He still wants to protect humankind, but what we saw, maybe he might be a bit more of a jackass like his father was. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, it's going to be interesting.
Yo, shout out to this picture because this is so 60s Marvel, like really all comic books. That's back when you was if you was a superhero, you had to have whatever your first initial was on your belt buckle. You know what I'm saying? Like dudes think they like killing it with Hermes belt buckles or like Gucci belt buckles. Nah. You gotta have your own letter. Like that's real stuff right there. You see, you got the H for Hercules, and Thor had the T for Thor. I don't know. It's something you did as a superhero. In case niggas don't know my name, they gonna at least know what my name starts with. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah, look, bro. This joint probably cost like 50 cents too when it came out back in the day, man. You know what I'm saying? So,
yeah, this thing is worth thousands now. For sure.
But yeah, man. But yeah, all right. So how do we feel about the other mid-credits scene when it came to Jane finally being in Valhalla with Heimdall?
Like Heimdall about to be clapping them Lady Thor cheeks. He about to get it, bro. He's like, well, listen, Thor isn't here, so you know what I'm saying. He'll hit one of them motions. He will definitely be smashing Jane, man, because Thor probably won't die for another 1,000 years, so you might as well, have you some fun in Valhalla while you're there. It was cool, man. I'm very anxious to see how the Marvel landscape is going to look over the next, say, 2 years. Because the reason I say that is because in the previous phases, the ones that had Avengers movies in it, you always knew that, okay, you got solo film, but every 2 years, every 2.5 years, maybe 3, there's going to be the next Avengers movie. So everything felt like it was all leading up to the next big team up movie. So it gave you extra reason to get hyped. For some of these solo films, you'd be more hyped for the end credit scene than you were for the movie itself, because they always picked up or they always led to something. But it's like now we're seeing some of these end credit scenes like not even really be like that good for real. You know what I'm saying? It's something that just deals with this movie. It doesn't deal with what's coming, in the future, or it's just another payoff. Like you get to see Jane in Valhalla. That was cool, but that ain't setting up the next story movie. I'm sure maybe it will. Who knows? Maybe they'll find a way to bring her back out. But you know what I'm saying, though.
I got you there, man.
What you think about it?
I mean, this is the thing, right? Matter of fact, I just put up a article by Screen Rant that talks about all of the Marvel movies that are coming out after Thor Love and Thunder, right? So apparently, which is, I'm not sure if it's still going to happen or not, Black Panther Wakanda Forever is supposed to be dropping in November. Now, mind you, we haven't seen no trailers. All we know is that it was shooting. Maybe they're in pre-production. Maybe it's wrapped up. We don't know. Ryan Coogler got arrested at Bank of America, where we used to, used to work at back in the day, up in Atlanta. But
bump Bank America.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man. I mean, it's I don't. I'm gonna say, man, this is phase 4, right? You good?
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. So this is phase 4, and they're doing just an okay job because they're doing the shows, they're doing the movies, but it doesn't seem connected in some way. So I'm waiting for the one movie that's going to somehow connect things somehow, some way, so we can start to understand like, all right, we're seeing a whole lot of new characters. Like, what's the actual, pun intended, ending game for phase 4, 5, or 6, whatever the case may be. You know what I'm saying? Thor, I think it's like to me, the Thor movie is like a great standalone movie outside of whatever big thing may happen coming up next.
Okay. All right. So enough of what's whack about the movie, because again, we're kind of nitpicking. We both enjoyed the
Yeah,
film.
yeah.
Let's talk about what was great about it, or what was really good. For sure, one of my top 3 favorite things about the movie, the goats, man. Yo, these goats. When I tell you they steal the show, like me and wifey was in there, and just every time the goats were on the screen, they would scream and yell, but they don't sound. They're not like bah, nah. They're not none of that. These niggas is screaming like real people, and it's like hilarious. Like every time they take off and do something. The goat stole the show, man. I know one of them is Tooth Gnasher. That's one of them.
Yeah.
I don't remember the other dude's name. The other ghost.
Yeah. Okay.
But,
Yeah.
They stole the show.
The ghosts were funny, man. I can lie about that. All right. Another good moment in the movie. Stormbreaker being jealous of Millinor. Like the scene where he was trying to like bring the hammer to him. Then you see the actors come in the screen like this, and then turn
like
towards
a jealous girlfriend. Like
yo, that shit was funny to me, man. Like I thought that was funny as hell. I'm like, okay, so bravo for making an inanimate object has feelings.
Hilarious.
What about you?
What else was good about it? The comedy was good, and to be honest, that's what I expected coming off of Ragnarok, and just knowing the director, was it Titi Watiti, something like that. I'm pretty sure I'm butchering his name, but he has a lot of comedic chops, so I already expected that. So in the movie, I laughed no less than 15, 20 times. It was very entertaining. And that's why I say, like, I'm so torn on this movie because it's never, again, I don't recall ever being so entertained by a movie, but also disappointed at the same time. It's weird.
Right.
It's
I got
weird.
you. All right. Another good joint. The action in it was dope too. Like whenever Mary Jane and Thor will fight together, just like her doing different things with the hammer was dope. And then them working together to bring down Gore, like that was a shoot. Even the way that Gore was fighting with the sword and using like his shadows, I thought that was dope. You know what I'm saying? Like that's some terrifying stuff, man. To where you could just hide in the shadows, and then the way he was like holding the sword, like I really never seen that type of a sword style in a movie before, and it was different. It was cool. So I appreciate that, Marvel. Thank you.
Was anything else good? So the comedy was good. What else did I like about the movie? Action was pretty good. I liked the end credit scene that you get to see. What's the brother's Idris Elba's character? Heimdall.
Heimdall.
Got to see Heimdall again. That was pretty cool. I like that you have. It was cool seeing Eternity on a Marvel film. It was cool.
It was, but I was slightly upset.
You was hoping that it would be like Eternity from the comic books, right?
Yeah, I mean,
like he's actually talking and all of that stuff, right?
Right, he's the embodiment of the universe, but he's sitting on a lake Indian style. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's like okay, it's cool, but I think if they would have gave the audience like the bigness of what he is or what it is, because it's the universe. You know what I'm saying?
It's like that's not pause. That's borderline pause. Like if they had just gave the bigness of who he is, the bigness is so big. Like oh my god, it's
It could be bigness anything now. You know what I'm saying? You know, this is
Big,
for all genders. It could be bigness anything. You know what I'm saying? You know, fluid,
the
whatever.
biggest
Both. But yeah,
boss.
man. I mean,
Rose
I'm in Trinity. Boss in Trinity.
boss.
It's Maybach music.
Fam, rant, and then I'll let you finish.
Okay. All right.
Yo, shout out to all our friends that's at Blurred Con right now.
Oh,
Yo, we was
man,
gonna
yeah.
go, but stuff came up, and I've been seeing their pictures. Look, it got to the point, like I knew I wasn't going to be going yesterday, right? But I woke up this morning like I had serious what they call FOMO, fear of missing out. Like it was just like, oh my god, like I gotta go at least one night. You know what I'm saying? Go drink with the internet fellas. You know what I'm saying? One time, and so rare that all of us could be in one spot, man. But had other things I had to get done. VA side, man.
Yeah,
shout out to everybody that's enjoying Blurred Con right now.
Yeah, and I hope that for people watching the stream, if you tell a friend, support us. We can start making these, better videos, better podcasts, better content. So then that way we can go to the cons and share all matter of Geek Salad. But yeah, I'm there with you, bro, man. Next year, 2023, we'll be in the building. But everybody at BlurCon, hate y'all for having so much fun without us. But we'll be there soon.
It's all right because I'm drinking tonight anyway. I don't care. I'm having fun tonight.
Yeah, man. Yeah,
it's gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? That's gonna happen.
I'm gonna drink on my drink my bottles of Casamigos from the Grubhub glitch. So don't tell nobody.
Wait, a Grubhub glitch? What?
You heard about that joint?
Nah. Expound, my friend.
Fam. So I think on either Thursday or Friday, right? Some people had a glitch with Grubhub to where I think if you use an expired card, you was able to place food through Grubhub and not get charged for it. So there were certain restaurants, certain places where they were just getting swamped back and forth with orders from Grubhub, and they don't understand like, yo, what's happening? So people were buying just like random dumb shit, like 12 bottles of Casamigos or 15 quarter pounders and shit. You know what I'm saying? Just because of the glitch. Matter of fact, keep on talking, man. I want to see if I can find the article about it, man.
So wait, are you? Yo, niggas is gonna nig, man. You can't stop niggas from digging, man. Like, wow.
Oh, yo, this ain't niggas, man. This is people that's taking advantage of a good thing because word of the mouth travels really quickly when it comes to free anything. Like a word, niggas is giving shit away from free. Let's take advantage of it.
That's wow, bro. Like, nah, I probably. That's the funny thing about me because I'm so funny with that because I would not do it because to me that would be the same thing as stealing. So, like, I wouldn't. It's like the reason I don't steal out of the liquor store, aside from old Otis who probably got a shotgun behind the cash register. I just don't do it because it's like even if I can get away with it, I don't want to do it. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, then again, if it was a company like that was that owed me something, I might be, I'm taking advantage of it. I'll be like, then I could justify it, like, yo, these niggas owe me anyway. You know what I'm saying? But yo, that's crazy, fam. How long did it last for?
Let's take a look, man. Let's take a good old look.
Oh, it's DoorDash?
So on Thursday, yeah, my bad, not Grubhub, but DoorDash. There we go. Customers posted. So those include orders of Casamigos, Rosado, and Julio for either $1,000 or $1,900 respectively. So apparently, a lot of people were getting look it up just because DoorDash had a glitch. See how long it lasted though, man. Let me see.
I don't know. Because then it's like, okay. And this is another thing too, and this is why dudes end up getting caught and going to jail. If you're gonna do it, right? Why would you do like $1,600, $2,000 worth of something? If it's free liquor, why not just be like, all right, I'm gonna get like 4 or 5 bottles of some Casamigos. That's about $300, $350, depending on where you get it from, right? Why not do that? Niggas is like, nah, we about to get like 50 bottles. Just so you can actually get sued. Like, they could sue you and you would have nothing to stand on, bro. You can't be like, oh, I thought that, like, bro, the judge is gonna be like, nigga, you knew exactly what you was doing. So you gotta either pay for this or you go to jail. Like, why would you do that? Who ordered all that McDonald's, though? That just seems kind of stupid.
But you see the screen, though, right?
Yeah.
Look at the screen. You see, people were bugging, to say the least, man. People were bugging because of a good deal, because of a glitch. You know what I'm saying? Now, let me see if they give us any more info about how long it took. So it's July 7. As a result, some users were able to check out without an authorized form of payment for a short period of time. We are actively canceling orders, in touch with merchants that were impacted. But you know for sure, DoorDash is going to get their money. Like, oh, y'all niggas want to spend $1,000 on us?
DoorDash out for blood. What does it say? What does that tweet say?
DoorDash just got the legal team together. Everyone that participated in this evening event will be dealt with accordingly. They are prepared to do anything in their power to push those transactions through most major banks, including Cash App.
And now you about to have yourself slapped. So now they're gonna try to hit you in your bank account. Now, if you don't got no money in your bank account, you probably good because you broke anyway. You can't take nothing from nothing. But if you got like a couple grand in your bank account, they're trying to come after it, bro. That's wild.
Yeah, and see that, yeah. Woo,
yo, that's crazy, bro.
Y'all wildin', man. Y'all wildin', man. Yo, like the weather just got dark as hell out here, man. So sorry for the background. I ain't trying to be dark and all that good stuff. You know what I'm saying? But
you know what that means? Yo, it's about to port. The storm that was just out here, it probably just hit y'all just now. Like out here, the whole around like maybe 1 o'clock, the sky just turned black, bro. And the sky fell out for a solid hour. Thunder, lightning, rain, all of that. Like 5 hours.
Oh, damn. Yo, I gotta show you a video, right? But I can't. But the other day, I think it was it yesterday? No, it was Thursday, right? Raining outside. Yeah. I'm outside with a dog on a porch. Shan comes outside, right? All of a sudden, we see lightning and a big ass boom from the thunder. It sounded like a damn bomb, right? So the minute it went off, I grabbed Shan like, let's go inside the house, right? You know what I'm saying? Because the shit was like loud as fuck. And I caught it on our Ring video or our alarm system, dog. Nigga. It felt like you thought somebody was shooting at us the way I grabbed her and pushed her through the door. You know what I'm saying? Like dog, man, around here. Because I guess here, whenever it lightnings and thunders, it's like you can see the shit's like right outside the window, like damn, it's close for whatever fucking reason, man. It's just crazy like that, man. But yeah, man, this shit was wild. I'm going to show you later on because when the video was taken, she was like bent down, so her ass is all up in the video. So I'm like, I can't share this.
Go ahead and show the video, man. It's gonna make our views go up.
I can't do that shit. I can't do that, man.
Chad gonna be like, "What, nigga?"
I can't. No, man. Nah. I was like,
baby, it's all for the brand. It's for the brand.
No, like she was standing up the entire time, cool. But just the fact that she was, bent over. And then when she stood up, that's where it happened. I'm like, damn, yo. But yeah, man, it was wild. It was wild.
That's
man.
Crazy, bro.
Yeah,
it's funny because the lightning, not the lightning, but the thunder that's with this storm, assuming y'all getting the same weather we got, that's how the thunder was. It sounded like Sound like a jet taking off, bro. I ain't never heard thunder like that before. But here we are. Here we are.
Shit wild, man. Shit wild, man. All right.
Sure.
So
The
we've been talking about
website.
for a
We start
while.
working on the website soon. We already got our domain name, geeksalad.com. You know what I'm saying? You'll be able to get our merchandise. So we're about to start dropping merch here in the next couple of weeks,
But
probably. We got some t-shirt designs that we're starting off with that we're gonna, put out there for your purchase so you can rep your whatever geeky stuff that you like, man. It ain't just gonna be, Geek Salad. You can get that too. So we'll have the Geek Salad joint, but we'll have stuff that's more than just our brand. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be some dope stuff that you guys
yeah,
will be
we
able
got
to
some
get
stuff in the
here
works,
soon.
man. Is there?
Sure.
All right, man. So off of Thor, any last thoughts before we go to our next subject for today?
I'm gonna give it a 7.5 out of 10. It was simultaneously entertaining and disappointing, which I never thought would be possible, but this movie achieved that. 7.5 out of 10.
Gotcha. Yeah, I'm about 7.85123.
Nigga, just say 8. Just say 8. I give it a 7.95. It's 8.
Yeah, man. Bit more comical, bit more lighthearted than Ragnarok, but still good action. It was fun. The goats again were the goats of the movie, man. They were just,
Goats made the movie, bro.
The goats were goating. They were doing goat shit. You know what I'm saying? So yeah,
Goat shit.
Doing goat shit. All right. So, past Friday, man, The Boys, season 3, man. Wait a minute, I gotta hold on. Can we play the
for the boys?
For the boys.
All right, so you want to do it the same way? What could have been better? What we like, and then overall.
Real talk, man. I can't find too many faults in this season. I think it's a really strong season. But if I had to nitpick, and we're doing spoilers, by the way, and we're doing spoilers, right?
Spoilers for sure.
Okay, spoilers, right? So, if I had to say anything, man, I wish that Black Noir would have stayed around just a little bit longer. Rest in peace to my brother, Black Noir. The way he got taken out is on some sucker shit, Homelander.
Facts.
Yeah. So that was one thing right there. Soldier Boy. I wish he would stick around more because Jensen Ackles played the shit out of Starboy. I'm like, yo, they need to keep him as a regular character, man.
I'm gonna have to save that for yeah. It's funny because that's one of my things as far as what I liked about Jensen Ackles.
Okay.
He was born to play that role, man.
Killed that shit, man. So that's my thing. I wish they would have kept him around, but hopefully he'll come back later on, right? Any other nitpicks for me? I could have used maybe some more gore, just a little bit more gore. You know what I'm saying? Just a tad bit more. But that was it for me, man. What about you?
I'm gonna go with I wish they would have kept Black Noir like the comic book version. You know what I'm saying? Only because in the comic book, so people who don't know, Black Noir was actually a clone of Homelander. And he ends up taking Homelander out at the end of the Boys comic book. I thought that would have been really dope to see in the show. But Black Noir just turned out to be like this regular superhero dude. But you know what? I agree with you too. How he went out was on some sucker shit. Because if you remember from, I think it was the start of season 2, whenever it was that Black Noir was stalking them. You remember he came to the house they were staying in?
Yeah.
It was like he just took them apart easily. So you saw this dude that has all of these skills, man, and they had the potential to really up the ante by having him be somebody. Even if they weren't going to have him be a clone of Homelander, he could have been somebody dope because it's a character that for the better part of 3 seasons, it's kind of been in the shadows. But everybody knows, aside from Homelander, like he's probably the most powerful dude. You know what I'm saying? Or the most capable dude. Between him and the Wonder Woman clone chick.
Maeve,
yeah. Maeve. So that was the gripe I had. Another gripe I had, Homelander it's funny saying it because he's the most, you know what? No, he's not even the most unhinged on the show. I would say Billy the Butcher is more unhinged than Homelander is. And I felt like the comic book version of Homelander, the show only paints him as mostly evil. Like he does these evil things sometimes, but he doesn't come off like a criminal mastermind. He more or less comes off as just an emotionally stunted person with, godlike powers, which is like I think they could have done more with him this season, bro. Like I feel like he should have I don't know, took out a village somewhere or destroyed an island and covered it up, like something grand. Like they're building to it. There's going to be a point in time in the show where Homelander just officially snaps. And he goes and kills the president or something like that. And it might have kind of been alluding to that because remember at the end he kills the guy who's protesting him. And the people who support him was like, yeah, they start clapping. So maybe that's the start of him going toward that part. But I'm like, I would have liked to have seen some more of that in season 3.
But you know why? That part was so crazy because the showrunner was like, they took that from a speech that Trump said that I can go out here and kill somebody and I would still get people to vote for me. So they took that moment of him killing that person, and then everybody was like, yeah, fuck yeah, you the man, you the man. So they're building him to be almost like a Trump-like persona where he can't do no wrong. Like he's the one saying, that's fake news. What I'm saying is true. I am the real deal. So the fact that he's going to grow that sense of authority, and the fact that his son is going to be another little nutcase just like him. Whew, I can only imagine, dog, how the next season is going to turn out, man. You have any more nitpicks?
Any more nitpicks? Nah, that was all for the nitpicks.
All right.
We can let's go to what we liked about it. Let me tell you what I liked about it. I liked Jensen Ackles, man. Like the character of Soldier Boy was insane. It was like Captain America, but how Captain America would be more or less if he was real. You know what I'm saying? It's like if Captain America was really a white dude in the 40s, he probably would act just like that. You know what I'm saying? And I really like that element of it. One thing I would add back to the gripe side, how did he die? I don't understand why he died.
He didn't die. That's the thing.
Oh, okay. So they're not saying he's dead.
Yeah, because remember when he fell off the building, right, and his chest exploded. I guess it just knocked him out to the point where now he went back again in a tube that's now being watched by the CIA.
Damn, you're right. That's right. You're right.
Yeah, okay. Man. But Jensen Ackles as Soldier Boy was probably the best moments of the show, especially when episode number 7, where he was
smashing them old ladies. Nigga having an orgy with grandmas. It's hilarious.
Yo, man. But and then the talk he gave to Homelander after he told Billy Butcher about his father and how his father told him you were a disappointment. I would expect for him to show some type of empathy for Homelander. But he gave him the same exact shit that his father gave him. I was like, damn, that's cold, man.
You know what? That's one of my nitpicks, though. Now that I think about it. That's one of my nitpicks because they put their whole little dialogue between Billy the Butcher, and I was about to say Benny the Butcher. Butcher, nigga.
Butcher coming.
Billy the Butcher and what's it? Jensen Ackles' character name?
Soldier Boy.
Soldier Boy. Okay, they put that whole dialogue where he was talking about. First of all, like you knew they was about to bring this back at the end because why is he all of a sudden opening up about his father? Like a dude who was from like the 40s, he's supposed to be all American, like gruff, macho. Why is he all of a sudden talking about his feelings about his father? Like
because
that flows so
son now.
counter. That flows so counter to who he is as a character. It's like they only put that in there to give him a reason to be fighting Homelander at the end. That's all that.
I didn't see that.
I thought it was kind of thin.
Because remember, man, like he was having talks with Billy that he wanted children with Crimson, but he killed her, and he was like, well, I can't do that now. And then when he found out that his son, or at least by blood, is Homelander, that's why he gave the speech to Billy, because just for a moment, I would think that he would switch somehow on Homelander's side. But the tragic part of it was that he fell back into what his father gave him, kind of like what Billy Butcher got from his father. You know what I'm saying? But except that Huey was the one that brought him out. Nobody was able to bring Soldier Boy out of what his father taught him. So he's putting on Homelander exactly what his father put him in. So it's like the sins of the father carries on to the child. You know what I'm saying? So he's doing the same thing to Homelander. Like, nah, you are a disappointment. Instead of saying, like, let me show you the way, he's just repeating the cycle again. And that's what I thought. It was so tragic, man.
Terrible, man. Terrible. the worst fathers in fiction since Goku. These are worse than Goku.
All right, so who wins the worst father of the year? Goku, Vegeta, Soldier Boy, or Homelander, or Omni-Man?
It's got to be Omni-Man.
Ooh, okay.
Because he was like half a second from killing his son. Ain't none of the rest of the dudes succeed in getting that close to killing their son. So it's got to be Omni-Man.
Okay.
Thanks, Mark.
So more so than neglecting your family to go fight in some tournament, or to give your kid to a green alien to learn how to fight instead of you teaching your kid. Or
of course that's worse. Beating your kid within an inch of their life is definitely worse than you leaving your kid because you're going trying to save the world. That's like what people in the military do every day. Like,
oh no,
people in the military go to war every day. It's the same thing.
He was fighting because he wanted to win a tournament, not to save the world, just to win a fucking tournament. You know what I'm saying?
Some of them tournaments was for the world. Some of them were for ego, but some of them was for the world. So
okay, I got you.
He's just trying to be a hero, man.
All
so
right.
it's definitely Omni-Man. Omni-Man was just wailing on Mark, bro. Like that was bro. I heard of spanking your kids, bro, but like he went.
I mean, not only was the beating was bad, but it was just the verbal abuse too, man. Like your mother was a pet. I make another kid. You know what I'm saying? What's 100 years? I can make another one. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it was that with the ass whooping, man.
Yeah, that brings up a interesting question though. I wonder because so we know as humans, if you blessed enough, you'll live to like 80, 90 years old, maybe 95, something like that. If you're blessed to be on this earth for that long. Would your perspective on your family potentially change if you lived like thousands of years? So like, let's say now you're like 600 years old, you know what I'm saying? And you got a new kid, right? And you probably have been making kids like your whole life or whatever, as well, your whole adult life. So you've been making kids like 400 or 500 years. Would you feel different about the kid when you're 600 years old? And now you're a new father, and now, let's say 15 years later, you're 615, and your kid is like 15. Like, do you feel the same way about that kid that you felt like, say, when you were like 25 and you had like a kid? You know what I'm saying? Like, is it possible that the way you think about it can change?
That's hard, man. Because I mean, honestly, I think if humans weren't able to live like centuries year old, I don't think how you could be yourself, because you're going through so many changes in human history. So think about people that were born like in the 1800s. If they were alive now, I think a little bit of themselves would be the same. But as the years go along, man, it's like you're seeing so many people that you love pass away, or I don't know, man. It is interesting, because it's like, how would you feel about your kids or your family? Now, the question is: it you the only one that can live so long, or
does
is
everybody do that?
everybody else around you as well living that long?
I would say let's put ourselves in a situation that the dude was in, the Omni Man is in. So it's just him. So
Okay.
he's like 500, 600 years old, but everybody else on Earth is just a regular person.
Right.
It's like,
I mean,
bro, as funny as it sounds, I kind of can see it. Because if I'm like 600 years old, and again, with the way that alien race is, you know, they just get stronger with age. So you still can big word for the day. You still can sire children, you know, when you're 200, 300,
well, wait a
400,
minute, wait a
500
minute.
years old. So it's like, imagine having
Wait a
10,000
minute.
kids.
It's
like
that word again.
Sire. There we go. That's right. I got a good verbal score on the SATs. It's like, if you had, like, imagine having 1,000 kids. It don't got to be crazy like 10,000. Imagine having 1,000 kids. It's like, it ain't the same as like having a couple of kids. Like, you know, you hold them tight. Like, they're your world. You're like defending with your life, all of that good stuff. But if like you got 1,000, it's just like, it's like, okay, at what number do you stop caring as much about them? Because like, one or two, obviously you care. Even if you got a whole basketball team, you got 5 kids plus you got 4 backups, so you got 9 kids. You still, you know, I mean, shoot, Nick Cannon got like 8 of them, 8 or 9 of them.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm sure
Yeah.
he cares about all his kids. But it's like, okay, at what number is it like, damn though? You know what I'm saying? Like, I got 1,000 of them. Like, when does it stop being special?
I mean, if I was like an Omni-Man type of alien person, whatever, like, I mean, like he said, 100 years, and to me, it's like a speck of dust just going away in the wind. So it's like, the more kids you populate, you just got to see it, like, you know, like which ones are more like me that I'm going to like hold on to, or, you know, I think that's why with the time that we have, you know, most of us, time is precious. To somebody like that, time is just there. It's just a thing that doesn't really matter much, because you will still be relatively the same looking, but everybody else around you that is beneath you, like I think to a degree, you will have some type of inferior complex.
Inferiority.
There we go. To those that live less time than you. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know, man. It's one of those, you know, what if Marvel questions, like, you know, what would happen if you live for 1,000 years and everybody else around? You know, like, it's like vampires, you know, like, oh, woe is me. I gotta live it in dark, and all of my people, all my family is dead, and I'm the only one left. You know, it's one of those things.
Side note, bro, what the hell is blood? What is that? Why do old vampires make that damn blood. Like, what does it even mean? Like, it kind of sounds like, I think we let it slide because it kind of sounds like blood. Man. You know what I'm saying? Right. You know, vampires love blood. It's like blood. But what was they thinking when they wrote this? Like, yo, and then before he bit her neck, he said blood, like BLAAAAH. Like, what even is that, bro? Like,
can you imagine some forge was like, you know what? We're going to say, write it, ship it.
Brilliant.
Exactly.
Bro, all right, the hell is blood?
Any other good things to talk about regarding The Boys, man? Oh,
The Boys. I would say this is the best season.
Okay, gotcha.
Could have been better, but definitely worth watching. Best season. Okay. I know you. I'm gonna say this. I think you might disagree with this, but I'm gonna just say that you're wrong. I think this season, this current season of Stranger Things, is better than this season of The Boys.
Nah. But yeah, that's where we defer, because I think Boys season 3 was stronger than Stranger Things. Not saying by like a wide gap, but it's just that with Stranger Things, man, I just wish that 11 might have been not even that. I wish some of the characters wasn't as absent as they were, like Mike, Will, and his brother, and the long hair dude. Like there was times where they would be out for like 2 or 3 episodes, man. It's like, damn, it's like they still on the road.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of what happens when you bring all of these characters together. Yeah. They added like 4 or 5 new characters this season.
Yeah, they did. But that's why I think The Boys does a better job with their ensemble, because in The Boys, everybody's story is so interesting to the point where it just makes sense. From A-Train, having a heart of the racist cop, his brother is like, this owning him, even though he killed old boy. Starlight, her thing, Huey and his thing, Billy the Butcher, going brain dead. By the way, before I leave that alone, like now I think we might, I think him knowing that he's going to die is going to set him off on a path, like in the comics, where after he does what he does, he might kill the boys around him. But I don't know, because again, they killed Black Noir out of nowhere. Will they do the same thing to his crew as well once the show ends?
Yeah. I'm going to tell you why Stranger Things is better than The Boys this year. This year, Stranger Things has done something that's rare. It's like it's always been a good show, but they found a way this season to make it even better. I feel like this season, more so than any other season, they genuinely added a horror element to the show in a greater degree than it's been before. It's always been a little bit there. It's always been, monsters, blah, blah, blah. But this creature, bro, first of all, the reveal that one is Vecna. Bro, chef's kiss, as you would say. Okay. Bro, at the end of that episode, I was like, yo, this is crazy. So Vecna is one. So it's like, and this is a perfect example of what you should do with a villain and something that makes a villain good. They could have did this similarly in Thor Love and Thunder. You see number one starting, first of all, the first episodes of the season, you don't even know the dude who's number one is number one. It's not revealed to a few episodes in that this guy who has been helping, what's 11. The girl's name?
11.
The girl's been helping Elle is number one. But then we find he's number one. Okay, cool. But then it's another twist. We find out he's the one that killed all the kids. Wow, okay. Then we find out that not only is he not a good guy, he's a bad guy. Another twist coming. This nigga's the main bad guy of the season. Bro, it's been like 3 different flips of this one bad guy in one season. And that's something that you don't really see. And that like gives complexity to the character of Vecna because you get to see him at these different times. You get to see his motivations. You know what his motivations are, and it's clear why he's doing what he's doing. Thor, Love and Thunder, it's kind of clear why Gore is doing what he's doing. You know what I'm saying? But this season, bro, when I tell you, it's like I love everything about the show, and me being an '80s baby, it's the only show that I must watch the opening credit sequence. You know, you got the button to skip it. I never skip it. I've never once skipped it. It's so the sound, the look, everything is so '80s, and it just takes me back to when I was a kid. Man. I love it. Very interested to see what's gonna happen next season, but this season was like it was great. Definitely.
Okay. Yeah, I would agree. I mean, I can't wait to see how the gang is going to solve this one. You know what I'm saying?
The gang.
You know, I want to, like, you know, the town is fucked up. Somehow the upside down is slowly, I guess, rotting out Hawkins. And the military is still out there trying to find L. And it's like, all right, man, you know, we know in the 5th and final season, there's going to be a time jump. So about how many years, we don't know. But you know, at this point, the kids is getting old as fuck now. They can't be teens no more.
Bro, they look completely different than they did the first season.
Yeah, man. And by the way, I got my son watching it. Folks, I know he's too young for the show, but I'm there watching it with him, making sure he doesn't say bitch or you son of a bitch.
Because them kids be cussing, bro. Like,
they do, man.
They cuss like it's no tomorrow on that show. Man.
Yeah, man.
You know what, though? What was I going to say? Like, the show, it's just well made. It's very well made. It's very well acted out. And it's like every episode leaves you wanting more. You know what I'm saying? I can't say that about every episode of The Boys, man. Again, this is when I say it's better. I'm nitpicking. I'm not saying one is way better than the other, but I'm telling you why I put Stranger Things a little bit ahead of The Boys, man. It was like, the '80s Nightmare on Elm. This season was a hat tip to Nightmare on Elm Street, bro. For sure. Yeah. Even down to it's like obviously Vecna, and he can get in your mind. It's so Freddy-esque or whatever. But it's like on top of that, you got this whole little town full of kids and adults, and all the adults are idiots. It's like that is Freddy Krueger, Nightmare on Elm Street. It's a few other scary movies too, especially from the '80s. That is textbook them. Because like the adults never believe the kids. Exactly. It's like how is you see everything that just happened in that town from season 1 up until now, and you're an adult, but yet you still don't believe nothing the kids have to say. Like why are these our best hope? This is this thing I don't understand. Like why are these people our best hope to do whatever?
Hey man, again, that's like the 80s treatment of a horror movie involving kids. It's like why are these kids so damn special? What is it, right? But I mean, again, man, like Netflix had their asses saved by the show, but you know, it's like in the news, they keep losing more subscribers, they keep losing more money there. They're canceling shows left and right. But the one reason why I keep Netflix is for Stranger Things, because that show is so damn good, and I want to see what they're going to do with the spinoff, because at this point you got to keep the train going, but just put in different type of elements of the story to like expand it. You know what I'm saying? By the way, the Duffer Brothers who made it, they are making another attempt on Death Note on Netflix. I'm not sure if you've seen the anime or read the manga, but
I'm familiar with it. I've never seen it, but I know what it's about.
Yeah, Netflix has already done it with Lakeith Stanfield in it, and that shit was terrible.
That's what I keep hearing about it.
Terrible.
That is really bad.
And then now they want to do it again. It's like, but why? We don't need another one. We good.
I mean, but you could say that we do need another one though. If the first one was so bad, and this is about to be a complete remake. It's like, you know, if it's coming from a story that a lot of people like, a lot of people love the story of Death Note, is very popular. And then they do a movie, a live action movie, and it was trash. You know, sometimes you can learn from your mistake. It was a movie that didn't do that though. I'm trying to think of what movie it was. It was a movie where it came out and like it should have been good, but it was bad, so they rebooted it, and then the reboot was pretty much just as bad. It's happened before. I can't think of what movie it is.
I'm not sure. We're gonna have to do a deep dive on that, man.
It's probably like a DC property. That sounds like something DC would do.
Gotcha.
Any last thought? I mean, it can't be worse. Right. You know, I not take that back. It could be worse, but it's like I would want to give them the benefit of the doubt for what they've done with Stranger Things. I think these are people who just kind of get it, you know. So I don't know. I'll reserve judgment for when it comes out.
All right, we got you there. All right, any last thoughts on Stranger Things or The Boys?
Nope. Ready for next season, bro.
Bet. All right. Before we leave, there's a show out right now on Amazon. I'm sorry, on Prime Video. It's called Terminal List, and it has Star-Lord, aka Chris Pratt. But pretty much, man, it's kind of like a better version of that show Shooter, whereas he's going after people that killed his platoon, his wife and daughter, for a mysterious reason that has to be uncovered, right? And it's tense, man. The show is tense. The action is dope when it happens, and you know, the further along you learn about the mystery of who set them up and why, it kind of mirrors what's going on now. So it's a bit more grounded, man. But I will implore everybody, man, just like, you know, check it out. At least check out the first 3 episodes, man. It's trust me, it's
what's the name of it again?
Terminal List.
Terminal List. Okay.
Yeah, man.
Bro, I have Amazon Prime. I was telling G before we started the live, bro, like, yo, we gotta like link up on these subscription services, bro, because I think I probably got like 6 of them that I'm paying for every month, and I really mainly just watch Hulu and Netflix. The only thing I watch on Amazon Prime really is The Boys. You know what I'm saying?
Gotcha. Right. But now you know that, I mean, they might start showing football games up there now. So, you know, they're trying to do, you know, make some moves, man. But and then also I think the new Lord of the Rings show is coming out there. There's another one by Prime called the Ring of the Time Fate, the time something. You know what I'm saying? Time and it's like a Game of Thrones meets, you know, Back in the Future type of shit. You know what I'm saying? And it's different, but it's a good show. I thought it would be kind of corny because some of the actors are like, you know, 20-something-year-olds and they're all pretty as shit. But the story is good though, and it's very mysterious too. And you know, it's got orcs and swords and, you know, shit like that. So that might be a good show. I mean, that
if that's your bag, you know what I'm saying? It's like orcs and fantasy and shit.
Elves and shit.
Like long-ass ears.
Right.
I was gonna say, real quick before we got in, can you explain to me on Stranger Things exactly what they're trying to say the in between is? Because it seems like it's a place, it's like a future or a past apocalyptic version of the city that they're in. Like, how does that work?
Oh man, I don't know. Because, all right, so is the upside down and in place in between 2 different things, or is it the same thing?
They've explained it during the show, but I'm pretty sure that I was not paying attention. But they've definitely explained it. But I'm just like, okay, because when they go in there, they're in the same city. That's why they know their way around, right? But it's like, okay, so is it just this city or is it like another version of the whole world? Why is that version in between? Why is it different than the real life version of it? Like, why? Because I remember the girl, I can't think of the girl's name, but she had went to her house and she noticed
Nancy.
Yeah, something like a diary or something had a different date on it or something. She's
Right.
oh wait, no, this picture in my room didn't come up here to like 5 or 7 years ago or something like that. So like, what's going on? What time there? Like, is this
You know what? Now that you said it, maybe it's a future or a different timeline where that town went to shit, and all of the demogorgons or monsters is maybe it's the people that got trapped there and became those things. You see what I'm saying? Or somehow became the monsters of this different version of Hawkins.
why are the adults so stupid? That's what I'm. That's what, all the adults are idiots on that show. The police force are idiots. The parents are idiots. The only people who are smart on the show is the kids, and I think that's hilarious.
They're like anime characters where you know how in like anime the kids always run around doing shit, but the parents is nowhere to be found, and these kids can do whatever the fuck they want. That's the show for you, man.
Right.
All right, man. But yeah, man, that's all I got for today, man.
That's all I got too, man. We want to thank everybody for watching the Geek Salad podcast. We got some big changes coming through, man. Like we got some things we want to do for y'all. We'll do some giveaways. We're going to actually introduce a couple of new segments and maybe a new show or two on the Geek Salad Network. So be on the lookout for that. Make sure you click the like button on this video and also subscribe if you haven't yet. I am Arye the King. That is
G the Bearded One.
Until next time, good people, y'all be safe.
Peace.